Hi, and welcome back. I'm Yael, one of your money finders here at ProsperityU, and we're going to pick right back up where we left off last week with you completing your free downloadable money snapshot worksheet. So, if you recall last week, we filled out the worksheet or walked you through how to complete the worksheet and showed you whether you were in a green zone, a yellow zone, or a red zone. You just to jog your memory, the worksheet is very simple. All you have to do is put your income in, whether that's from a regular paycheck or Social Security, disability, or anything, versus what bills you have that are consistently being paid every month out, such as mortgage or rent, a car payment, car insurance, phone, internet, any subscriptions like to Netflix and chill, or anything like credit cards or things of that nature. You're also adding your essential expenses, which are groceries, gas, things for transportation, things of that nature. Once you've done that, all it does is calculate that information and it does a comparison to say how much money do you have coming in versus how much is going out. Once it does that, it puts you in a zone, green, yellow, or red. So on today's lesson, we're going to talk about what happens if you're not in the green. If you're in yellow or red, what should you do? So stay tuned. The yellow or the red zone can be very frustrating. Trust me, I understand. I completed a worksheet similar to this a few years back, and guess what? I too was in the red zone. And I immediately felt like I was failing. But this tracker is not for you to feel like you're failing. It really is simply to bring awareness to your current financial situation. What do I have coming in versus what's going out? And is there any adjustments that I need to make? But the first step is making sure that you know and understand what you have going on. If you don't know, you can't fix it. So if you fell into the yellow zone, what this means is your bills, for the most part, are being covered by the income that you have coming in, but you don't have any breathing room. So a single emergency like a flat tire or unexpected bill that comes out of the blue, then that can send you into Stressville trying to figure out how are you going to handle paying it. So what do? First, you look at things that you're doing that are flexible, like subscriptions and eating out, door dashing or Ubers, your subscriptions to Hulu or Netflix, basically anything that's non-essential spending. Look at those, see if those are things that you can minimize or pause at that particular time. Next, start focusing on things that are fixed or remain the same. Do you qualify for any discounts on insurance, like a good driver's discount, for example? For utilities, can you go on an equal payment plan so that you know what your costs will be and remain the same so there are no fluctuations in the bill? You actually are going to be very surprised how these little adjustments make very big differences, but you never know until you ask. And then lastly, can you pick up some overtime, any extra shifts, or perhaps sell off some of your items you don't no longer use? These small things make very big differences. So let's talk about the red zone now. What this means is you are spending out more than you're getting in. So don't feel bad when this happens. I've been there, done that. And trust me, I already know it's not fun to be in the red zone. But here is the good news. When you get down to the basics, it's just about math. And math can always be adjusted. So the focus when you're in the red zone is to immediately stop the bleeding. When I found myself in the red zone, I started pausing anything that was non-essential. I froze all my subscriptions to Netflix and Hulu and things like that. I didn't go get new credit card debt or sign up for new loans. I stopped eating out and I cooked in the house more. So lastly, if you are in the red zone, you can look at increasing your income quickly. Next week, we'll go over some ways to increase your income without working extra hours or a side gig if that is not an option for you to increase your hours at work. If you take one thing away today, I want it to be don't let a color define you. Whether you fell in the yellow zone or the red zone, don't get discouraged. Remember, I too was in the red zone at one point. What I want you to understand is this is your current financial situation. Doesn't mean it's going to be this way forever. You are just becoming aware of what's going on currently, and you're going to make adjustments accordingly. But that's why you follow us as your money finders to help you and guide you through this time. So take one small action today. Go in and look at your spreadsheet, make adjustments, like we talked about, to your essential spending. If I cut out a Netflix subscription or DoorDash, or if I did have extra income coming in, how much would that help me get out of the yellow or the red zone? Remember, small adjustments make big differences. So let's do that. Let's take that away today. Now, next week, we're going to be talking about things that can help you get extra income if you're not able to work a side gig, get overtime, or increase shifts at work. We're going to walk you through how to get some extra income. So stay tuned for that lesson. As always, we appreciate you here at Prosperity U, and we love that you are with us.